Verbally, when you use a source, you can cite it verbally. You know that, right?
Yeah, and I do.
You can use your mouth.
Yes, I do. I say, like, according to...
If you're gonna provide a source, then use your mouth to tell where the source came from.
I do. Yes.
You know.
That's exactly what
No,
I do.
you don't. Dude.
Wait,
Anyway,
you don't think
that's
that I
not what I
cite
care
my
about.
sources when I'm in debates? You don't think when I bring
you
up,
don't.
like,
That's what
there was a
everybody
study
is-
that was
that's
collected,
what
done by,
everybody in
etc.?
Cali
There have
all
been
of your
so many times.
citations.
It's literally, I'm getting made fun of for being the, do you have a study for that? According to this study, because I'm always pulling up, according to this American Academy of Pediatrics, school restroom and locker room restrictions and sexual assault risk among transgender youth. How many times have you seen me read this? Conclusion.
I didn't ask.
Pediatricians should be aware
I
that
honestly
sexual
didn't
assault
ask,
is
but
highly prevalent in transgender and... Hold on, wait. I would like to cite some of my data here really quickly. I'm asking why you think... How do you...
If I source something else, cite it.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Next time when somebody asks if you're a then you can source them this debate. Hey, why are you so my friend?
Oh man, what's wrong with being dude?
Well, the way that I use it, it's usually just like willful ignorance and just acting really kind of and that's kind of how you're acting right now. What's up with that, dude? Why are you getting on my case for not giving sources? Then when I give my sources, you're saying it's quote unquote pick me data, like cherry pick data.
It's because of the way you use sources when you debate verbally is not the way you're supposed to use them when you debate somebody. Like, that's not fair. You can't just say, oh, I have this source and that source. Google it. That's not fair at all.
I don't.
To anyone.
Wait. Do you
Yes,
think
you
there's...
do.
Wait,
You
no,
do.
no, I don't. There's a difference between being in the middle of a debate with somebody and then saying, well, did you know that trans people tend to get better mentally after gender reassignment surgery? And they say, really? What study is that? And I say, Google it, dude. There's a difference of that versus what are all your sources and give me over your entire research document.
Verbally, when you use a source, you can cite it verbally. You know that, right?
Yeah, and I do.
You can use your mouth.
Yes,
to do
I
that.
do.
Yeah,
I
that's
say,
what
like,
you should be
according
doing.
to...
If you're going to provide a source, then use your mouth to tell where the source came from.
I do, yes.
You know?
That's exactly what
No,
I do.
you don't, dude.
Wait,
Anyway,
you don't think
that's
that
not
I
what I
cite
care
my
about.
sources when I'm in debates? You don't think when I bring
you
up,
don't.
like,
That's what
there was a
everybody
study
was-
that was
that's what
collected, done
everybody
by,
in Cali was
etc.?
talking
I guess
about.
maybe I could do
Don't
better
do
with that. You know what? It's fair that I don't actually always cite them as clearly as I probably could. So that's fair. Maybe that's something I could work on. But
Yeah, it's
not really
fine.
like...
Yeah.
It's not actually anything
I
I'm
didn't
doing
used
like
to do it
intentionally
either
though.
until I went to college. Yeah, but it's like
You went to college? Wow. Okay, and you still turned out
Yes,
this
yeah.
way. Okay, so that definitely does speak
What's wrong with me? It's not my
speak a
fault. You
bit
don't give
negatively
sources,
to
right? It's not
the
my
education
fault, dude.
system right now. But that's okay.
Dude, that's your problem, not mine.
I'm asking why you think... How do
If
you...
I source something, I'll cite it.
Okay, that's
not my
great.
problem.
That's great.
Yeah, I ain't
Next
got a
time when
problem
somebody
with
asks if you're retarded, then you can source them this debate. So here's the thing I'm asking you.
that. Oh, that was very funny.
Why does it... How are you in one spot saying that I'm weaseling or refusing to give my sources over to the last caller?
Because that's what it seems like.
And but then when I
not to the last
did...
caller,
Wait,
I'm
please.
talking about in general.
Sir, but then when I did, you said that
did
we
you
get
just
it. You
assume
have...
my gender?
Wait,
I'm a
wait.
woman,
When I
dude.
said... Excuse me. When I did, you said, we get it. You have pick me data. So which one is it? Do you want me to give my sources
that's
or
why-
why are
yeah,
you now
that's why you have
invalidating
to-
the sources that I'm giving?
Okay, if your sources are so good, drop that Google Doc you have right now.
Do
What
you
be
not
the problem?
understand
It's
why I'm not
messy?
dropping my entire Google document that's not organized
Because
yet?
it's a bunch of hand-picked pro Hunter Avalon sources. I already know it.
Wait, I just showed
Otherwise,
the
you would have no
sources on
problem.
stream. Okay, wait. Do you think
Yeah,
that...
nobody was looking at that, dude. Just release it then.
What?
Why
what?
not?
Wait, so nobody was looking at it, but I just showed it. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, just release the whole thing.
I can't yet because it's not organized
Because
yet
it's
to release
messy?
for the public to view, dude.
Because it's too hard for us to read because we're retarded, right?
No, because you can also... This is the difference. See, there's a difference between asking for the source of something I'm saying versus asking for all of my research that's not actually ready for even being viewed yet fully publicly. Like, I show it on stream. It's
What
not
are
like
you-
I'm... there's nothing I'm hiding.
That
I
is the
show
most
my
confusing
sources,
thing.
dude.
That didn't make any sense. What are you talking about? Your research to be... What are you saying?
If I'm in the middle of a debate and if I don't
Yes.
hand over a source for a claim I make specifically, that does look bad. You're right. But
Yeah,
there's a difference.
that's all I was
But
saying.
no, you're not saying that. And this is why I keep calling you an idiot.
is what I was
Is
saying.
that because if there's a difference from, hey, I made a specific claim and I'm refusing to give you the data versus, Hand over your entire research, your notes, all of your notes for everything you talk about. Do you see the difference? There's a difference between hand me all of your research you've done for the test coming up versus, oh, I'm sorry, you just said that this thing is this way. Can you actually demonstrate why you think that? Remember, there's a difference?
Remember?
Yeah, do you understand? Well, not remember, but do you understand how there's a difference?
Yeah, there is a difference, but that wasn't my point at all. I don't know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
so what was your point then? Maybe you can clarify
I was
better.
saying,
I think it's
if
because
your
I didn't go
point,
to college, so I don't understand. So please, can you try
you
it
didn't
again?
go to college?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh. Uh, I was just saying, like, if you bring up something like you have done in the past, debating with people, you bring up these sources without actually citing them.
Okay,
This is
I
something
I
you've
again
done.
have already conceded that there's probably some times,
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
said like
So that's where
we there's been
that's
studies
where
that
my
have found
point
that I
was
could have
coming
done a
from.
little better
Hey,
at
I'll let
clarifying
you
more,
talk, man.
but
I'll let you talk.
okay,
I'll
so go ahead.
let you talk. Okay. So that's what my point was. Like, if you have previously sourced things without any citation,
Study and I've just referenced a study and I can get better on that does not mean that I now
well,
need to
but
release my entire research before it's ready. I'm going to release the document
that's
when it's done. Like
disingenuous,
you're
though.
putting
You're
pressure on
assuming.
me to do something that I don't, one, owe
I'm very
anybody,
sorry.
and
I
two,
didn't mean to.
I was
I didn't mean
going
to
to
pressure
already
you.
release this once it's done being organized, but I'm not done organizing it yet.
Sorry, yeah, I get you. But like, all I'm saying is like, people can read as well. You're not the only one who can read. We can also read the
Yeah,
studies.
exactly. Yeah, you can look these studies up too. Exactly. Very, very good.
And then so we can go through them ourselves and see what you're talking about. If the information that you're using is from
Do
the
you,
study, we
wait.
can just read the study ourselves.
Okay, so I don't understand how when I show the study on screen, like it's right there. You can see. First of all, if I don't reference it, I will oftentimes show it.
Yeah, but people don't just look at the screen for 2 seconds worth of
I
you
have
flipping
brought.
through
There
all
have
of
been
your
so many times.
citations.
It's literally I'm getting made fun of for being the. Do you have a study for that? According to this study, because I'm always pulling up. According to this American Academy of Pediatrics, school restroom and locker room restrictions and sexual assault risk among transgender youth. How many times have you seen me read this? Conclusion.
I didn't ask. But
Pediatricians should be aware
I
that
honestly did not
sexual
ask
assault is
about. I don't.
highly
That's not
prevalent
what
in
I'm. I
transgender
have.
and hold on, wait. I
That is
would like to
completely
cite
off
some of my
topic.
data here really quickly. Pediatricians
I
should be
didn't
aware
ask you
that
for
sexual
any
assault is
citation.
highly prevalent in transgender and non-binary youth and that restrictive school restroom and locker room
I didn't
policies
ask you for any of
may
this
be
information.
associated with risk. This comes from American Academy of Pediatrics.
Yeah, okay, I get
Would
you,
you
but
like
I
me to
didn't
send
ask
it
you
to you
for
as
any.
well? I'll send it to you as well.
I didn't ask you for any of that information. I didn't even want to debate this. It was just interesting to see the way that you conduct your debates. But
Mm-hmm.
I
All
have
right.
a,
I
a
notice how
different question
you
here.
seem much more chill now that we've started talking. You seem a lot less hostile than you were in the chat. I think you might
I
want to
had to
work on
because
making
I've been
sure that
waiting. I've
you're
been waiting
not.
in that debate thing for like
Well, yeah,
40
I
minutes,
think you just might
man.
want to work on maybe not coming off like super aggressive and then acting like a total bitch when you get on a call. I think that's going to be something you
I
may
don't know
want to
why you
work on
call
more.
me a bitch. Like, you didn't get cooked, man. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
see, this is what I
But
mean. This is
okay,
what makes you the bitch right here. Is that because I just took a little dig at
there's
you
no
just
planet that
derailed the
exists
entire
in which
subject and
I am a
tried to
bitch
make
and you
some
are
kind of
not.
a fucking insult at me. Has nothing to do with what we were
You're the
just
one.
talking
You're the
about.
only one who's slaying insults. I've never insulted you. I don't know what you're talking about. When did
Okay.
I insult you?
So I've given some sources now. Is there
What
anything
was
else
the
you'd like?
insult? When did I insult you?
Excuse me?
When did I insult you? You said
You've
I
been
insulted
insulting
you.
my brain cells the entire time we've had this
When
conversation.
when did I do that?
This whole conversation is an
How did I
assault on
insult
my
you?
brain cells and an
It's an
insult on my
assault now.
intelligence. Yes.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Okay,
It's
but
okay.
you've been hurling
It's because
insults.
I haven't gone to college that I've been having a tough time here. So I've now
You've
given
been you've
some
been hurling
sources
insults
here,
the
but
whole
I
time.
guess we
So
should
I'm
kind of scale this back a little bit. I do want to ask then, do you
okay.
understand what I'm getting at? Do you understand then what I'm getting at? That there's a difference between not giving a source for a specific claim versus not
Yes, I
releasing
knew that
all of my
beforehand,
research before I'm
but
done.
nobody was talking about that except for you.
Wait, this is what we
Uh,
were talking about the entire conversation.
no, it's not. That's not what I was talking about at all. I don't even think you remember my first question.
Go ahead. Say it again. Maybe I don't.
You don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you were too busy going on this tangent about nothing. But
We
it's okay. That's fine.
Okay, you're trying to gaslight me right now. The
I am
entire
not.
chat is here. We've
It's not.
watched. This is what the fucking subject
Yeah,
has been
I was
about.
in the
What was the
chat. I
question
was
you asked
paying
before
attention.
then? If you really want to, if you really
No,
want
if
to
you're
want
the
to go
one
this
who's
way,
supposed to remember, you're over here telling me my first question was crazy. You tell me what was my first question,
I didn't
Hunter,
say it
since
was
you brought
crazy.
it up.
I never said it was
Exactly. Yeah.
crazy.
You said it was an insult on your intelligence.
No, I said this whole conversation has been not just your first
Okay,
question.
yeah. That's not my question though. I came to debate about some gender ideology concepts, yeah?
Okay, so what's up?
All right, I'm confused, right, about women's rights. Is that something you're comfortable debating about?
Sure, what's up?
So, look, the way I've been seeing it, look, I'm a traditionally my whole life I've been on the left leaning. So I've been pro like feminism, women's rights, all these left concepts. I'm with all of that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now the lack of a definition for the word woman
Mm-hmm.
makes me curious about who actually gets women's rights because like you said earlier, you don't need gender dysphoria to be trans,
Mm-hmm.
right? So trans women are real women, correct?
Yeah, I think that when it's well, I try to avoid like blanket statements like that like trans women are women, trans women. I think it's just very reductive. So, um, I
Yeah, I think
first
it might be
think
a little regressive for sure.
I said reductive, not regressive.
Yeah, I was saying I think
But
it's regressive.
the way I define, I mean, are you familiar with how I define a woman?
No, go ahead, shoot that by me.
Yeah, I say a woman is someone whose internal perception aligns with what we culturally view as being feminine. So there's a collection of different
So
expectations and traits
women are
and
sorry, women are the feminine stereotype to you.
no, not a feminine stereotype per se, because when you say stereotype, that makes it sound as more of a negative kind of thing. It's more that
Well,
there's
it's
a
the
there's
cultural
hold on, excuse me.
perception of
Hey,
women.
excuse me. I gotta answer your
I'm
question.
sorry.
Okay, it's more that there are collections of what it means, or collections of behaviors of what it means and looks like to act feminine or present feminine, and this is a very wide spectrum as well. There's if you want to talk about quote unquote stereotypes, there's the feminine presentation and behavior of being a traditional housewife, right? And then there's also the feminine side of things now, which is like being the bitchy girl boss, quote unquote, kind of thing, which is arguably polar opposite, but they're both actually seen as being feminine to a degree. So it's not so much about stereotypes, but
Okay.
rather that there are certain cultural understandings we have of what it looks like to be feminine. And so people who are
Okay.
trans tend to have an internal perception that aligns more so with that side of that external social
All right.
construct.
So to you, what would you see in a person that might indicate to you that they are a woman without them saying anything?
Well, a lot of the times there's going to be certain presentation, certain behaviors.
Like, can we go into more detail about what behaviors you're talking about and what presentation you might be referring to?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. Right now we have kind of a collection of well, we have an understanding of what what we kind of define as being feminine clothing. So we'll look at what people are wearing generally to determine if they
Yeah, what
present
kind
as
of
a woman.
clothes?
But at
Like
the end of the day,
what?
we don't know for sure, which it's true. But usually we still go based on a degree of presentation, which is why
Yeah, I'm
when
asking you
you
what type of present. Like for me, I know men wear like big Timberland boots, tank top shirts,
yeah, I see what you're trying to do, and you're trying
Yes.
to make what you're trying to do is you're trying to lead me into something where I make it sound as though I'm saying the stereotypical feminine wear,
No,
but I'm not
no,
actually. I'm explaining that there
I
are
just want to
certain
know what your view is
really.
because you're the one who you brought up the presentation thing. I wouldn't even have brought that
Do
up
you not
myself.
understand what it looks like? What certain expression looks like? How if someone's wearing a
Yeah,
dress
I'm
and has long
asking
hair
you.
and is wearing lipstick, that generally we tend to view that person as a woman.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and so
That's all I was
that
asking you.
applies for trans women as well.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's traditional like feminine aspects, so like makeup,
That's
long
not what
hair,
makes you a
dresses.
woman. That's not what ultimately makes you a
But
woman.
but that's
But
what
it is
that
definitely
would
what helps communicate the fact that you identify as a woman. Yes.
All right, so to be a woman, do you have to have something along those lines going on for yourself? Like, do you have to have long hair or makeup
No,
or
you don't have to have that. Just like this is why I oftentimes make comparisons to religious identity as well. That it's ultimately the weight is the internal perception you have of yourself. But
okay, so
because you have that internal perception, then more than likely, yes, you will then take steps to present and communicate that fact externally.
Okay, so like can we take Dwayne the Rock Johnson for example,
Mm-hmm.
right? If today he said to the world that he was a woman,
Mm-hmm.
can he go in the women's bathroom?
Why does Dwayne the Rock Johnson have to have anything to do with the women's bathroom? What like this is why I bring up the studies before. Yeah, he probably could. Most
Like,
places already
yeah,
have.
but like with
Well, no,
no
no, 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 no,
no
no. The thing
adjustment,
is
no
that there's
changes,
plenty of
like
states now that just have gender neutral bathrooms in general. It's not about just
yeah, it's
claiming
cool.
you're a
Yeah.
woman because even though you look really muscular or something. No, it's not
But
about
the
that.
gender neutral bathrooms thing is kind of like that's a totally separate conversation because those are typically one person bathrooms.
Didn't you? Oh no, they're not. Not in these other states. I mean, at least not the ones I've used. No, they're like public bathrooms, just like all the rest of them, but they're just gender neutral.
Okay, but well in my state they're all one person bathrooms,
Okay.
which makes sense because that defeats the purpose of a girls and women's bathroom to have I mean girls and men's bathroom to have a gender neutral bathroom with everyone in it. Then there would only be one bathroom. But
Yeah, but we don't need to do it that way. Like in California, they have just gender neutral bathrooms, and there's stalls that go all the way down to the floor, which is the way it should be everywhere. And yeah, it's completely fine and private. So yeah, I
yeah,
think
I
that
mean,
who cares? Like if we've already had implementation of gender neutral bathrooms in some of these states, and what
okay,
do we see? There's no wait, hold on. What do we see?
yeah.
There's no increase in uh, assault reports or rape reports. This is according to
See, but this is
gender
also
identity.
another
Shh,
fun.
shh.
Sorry.
This is
Okay, I
according
don't know why you
to
shushed me.
gender
You just said
identity
2 seconds.
non discrimination laws in public accommodations, a review of evidence regarding safety and privacy in public restrooms, locker rooms, and changing rooms, published on the website Springer Link. This is not the institution, though, that carried it out. It is published in 2018. Okay? And they found that there was no increase. The study finds that the passage of such laws is not related to the number of frequency of criminal incidences in these spaces.
This was in 2018.
Yeah, it was over the last
Well, I think
three
we can
years.
both agree.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
I think we can both agree that all of this stuff was a lot less prevalent than it is now in 2018.
No, it was pretty comparable then too, actually.
I
No
don't think it was
empirical evidence has
comparable at
been
all.
gathered. Hold on. The study presents findings from match pairs analysis of localities in Massachusetts with and without gender identity inclusive public accommodation non-discrimination ordinances. Oh, that's good too. So they had a direct comparison, which is as close as you can get to a control group with a study like this. Data come from public record, requests of criminal incident reports related to assault, sex crimes, and voyeurism in public restrooms. Additionally, the study finds that reports of privacy and safety violations in public restrooms, locker rooms are exceedingly rare. This study provides evidence that fears of increased safety and privacy violations as a result of the gender neutral bathrooms are not empirically grounded. Here, I'll send this to you as well.
Okay, thank you very much. I think also another thing that should be considered is you remember the Me Too movement, though.
Yeah. Of
That
course.
was inspired by the way that women don't feel comfortable about speaking up about sexual assault and rape allegations and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so say, right, there were more sexual assault and rapes happening in these bathrooms where men, like, sorry, not men, trans women are allowed into women's private places and they
Mm-hmm.
don't feel comfortable speaking up about these things. Would that not also be,
Well, the Me Too movement
like
was,
to consider?
well, first of all, if someone's feeling uncomfortable, there's of course something to consider there. But if there's a difference between one, are you saying they're being assaulted in these bathrooms and uncomfortable to come forward,
Oh,
hypothetically?
well,
Or are you just
yeah,
saying they're
I'm
uncomfortable
just
with
saying that's a
trans women in the
possibility.
bathroom?
Do you not think that's a possibility? Like that could be
Well, I
happening?
think trying to control that or compare this to the Me Too movement is really silly. The Me Too movement was about women being afraid to come forward because of the immense pressure and power that a lot of these powerful people held. I don't think this is comparable to someone getting assaulted in a bathroom and being afraid to come forward about it. I mean, it's true that generally sex crimes are underreported,
I
so
honestly
that's
don't see how
definitely like
that's different at
a
all.
prevalent issue. But I think that anytime someone's assaulted in a bathroom, it should be something that's taken
I'm
very
sorry. What is?
seriously, right? I don't think this is necessarily
I
an
think
issue of
it should
trans
be.
things.
It doesn't. I don't feel like it matters if it's in a bathroom or not. I don't understand what the bathroom has to do with anything. I think
We
sexual
were
assault
talking about it.
should be taken. Yeah, just because it happens in a bathroom doesn't change the circumstance at all.
I
It's
know.
still
I said if
sexual
it
assault.
happens in a bathroom, it should be taken really seriously. And that person, if someone commits assault, they should go to fucking
Yeah.
prison.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I know this. It should be the same thing outside of the bathroom, though. I don't
Yes.
understand what your point is about the bathroom.
But, okay. The reason we were talking about the bathroom is because we were talking about, you said, can Dwayne The Rock Johnson claim to be a woman and go into the woman's bathroom? And I said that comparison is kind of silly because we already have gender neutral bathrooms, and where we do, there's not an increased risk. And then you were just saying, like, okay, yeah, and what if about the Me Too movement there are women getting assaulted? I thought it was women getting assaulted in bathrooms where there are trans women more often. That's what you said. You said where men, oh, I'm sorry, trans women are, they're getting assaulted more. What if they're afraid to come forward? Is that not
No, I
something to
didn't say
talk
they were
about?
getting assaulted more. I was saying that we should probably speculate that if that were the case, women, like as happened in the Me Too movement, might not be so comfortable to come out about that. Just the same way as uh during the Me Too movement when they weren't comfortable about coming forward about
So
rape
that's
and
why we were
sexual
talking about the
assault.
bathrooms.
Yes.
Okay, so I remembered your argument, dude. We were talking about the bathrooms. Why are you saying, like, why are we talking
Yeah,
about
but I'm
bathrooms?
saying why does it matter that it's in a bathroom?
Assault is bad regardless, but we're talking about this in the
Yeah,
context of
that's what
bathrooms.
I was saying.
All right. All right. I
Come
think that
on,
I need to
man.
go back to college. Thanks for coming on. I can't keep up this conversation anymore, dude.
Yeah,
I
okay.
definitely think you're a little retarded, though, but okay, bye.
Thank you. Appreciate
What the fuck? I thought I was high right now. Jesus.